blocked by Miller. He's got him down the middle, caught by Mack Hollins. Inside the 30 and a thicket of defenders. 16-yard pickup, 30-yard line of the Chargers.
Carr with time, throwing over the middle, and he's got his man across the 40, close to the 44-yard line. That is Mack Hollins.
Third long, four-man rush from Vance Joseph. So far in this game, the Cardinals are not bringing pressure.
They're down at 15. Carr throws, and it's caught for a first down by Mack Hollins.
Hey everyone, Drew TV over here to talk about the Chicago Bears, #1 overall draft pick. Here at the Senior Bowl, we learned a lot of things. Also at the Super Bowl, the media aspect of it, we were able to diverse and learn a few more things that are actually going on. Hearing discussions from veterans, head coaches, everybody who's involved in the football realm was able to at least speak to us. We were able to speak with a lot of different individuals who are from different teams, things of that nature, who we gain a perspective of how things should actually roll out for this year here in 2023. Now, the first thing I want to designate and the first thing I want to do is acknowledge that Mack Hollins is my #1 prediction for a Bears signing this free agency. Let me tell you why. And here's the reason why. Mack Hollins is a free agent. He's not loyal to the Raiders, which is where he derives from. Let me give you some stats on him as well. He's 6'4", he's 221 pounds. He is a blocking type of wide receiver. He is at the wide receiver position, but he's more of a blocking receiver. He's actually been lined up as the blocking tight end for the Raiders. So he has the ability to be a tight end / receiver. Now, this is the thing. His run blocking ability is a grade of 84.2. 84.2. I mean, in my opinion, that's pretty dang good. Also, what I've watched, though, is through the highlights, which we're going to show in a little bit here. We're also going to show the highlights of him being able to have that catching ability, especially when it comes to those tight balls. He's able to catch them. He doesn't have the yak. He's not going to have your runs after catch. He's not going to have that type of ability. But what he does have is that if everybody else who we acquire or draft or whatever it may be when it comes to the receiver position, the man can block and the man can catch the ball. So even if he only gets you 6-7 yards, at least he's a check down. I can throw it to him. He'll catch it. Also, another contributing aspect of it is that he's one of the most elite when it comes to special teams. So we can utilize him for more than just wide receiving. We can utilize him for our special teams program as well. He has a great knack for the football field. He has a good understanding of how the field operates and where he's at, his location, things of that nature. Like I said, what he doesn't need to progress on is once you catch that football, how do you utilize those special teams abilities that you have and utilize them to your advantage? So that's one thing that's going to be a weakness, I would say, is part of it. However, this also makes him for a great free agency prospect because you're not a #1. In the Raiders organization, you're a #3. Coming here to the Bears, you're essentially going to be a #2. That's really where you're going to go. You're going to go #2. You're going to be a #2 receiver. Whether what we do with Mooney and if we put him to 1 or if he stays at 2, it's like a competitive aspect that we have there. I mean, obviously, he's a far greater athlete. He's bigger, stronger, tougher, has those hands ability, but he doesn't have the route running ability that Mooney has. So those would be a good #2 competition if we can acquire also as well, or draft a #1 draft pick. I don't think we're going to draft one. I mean, just looking at the potential that we have available, he's not the #1. I mean, if we get T. Higgins and also we can get Mack Hollins, that would be great. But what I'm doing is I'm prospecting. Listening to him, he wants opportunity. He wants opportunity. What do the Bears have right now? Opportunity. I mean, just imagine if we can get T. Higgins, if we can get Chase Claypool in there, Darnell Mooney, who we already know is good at #2, playing in the slot, things of that nature. Then you can acquire a Mack Hollins who can actually help out and assist Cole Kmet when it comes to tight end blocking and things of that nature. I mean, we have a solid wide receiver core. That's a very, very solid. You have depth. You have everything you need within that receiving core. So it's a very simple and easy signing that you would be able to do to add to the overall perspective of everything that you're trying to accomplish when it comes to that nature. And I just want to make sure my mic is still on because my mic is running low on battery, but the mic is still on, so we're good to go. Now, the final thing I want to admit and the final thing I want to talk about is his biography, because you're going to ask, where is Mack Hollins from? Well, he's 6'4", he's 221 pounds, he's 29 years of age, his college was UNC, he is a 4th-round draft pick from the Eagles. If you want to know some stats, let's pull up the stats. Now, this is very, very important as well. Now, he has very low stats when it came to Philadelphia, when he was drafted from the Eagles and when he was drafted from Miami, or, traded or whatever happened with him to where he moved to Miami. He has very, very minimal numbers. I mean, you're talking 226, 125, 0 yards, 176, 223. That's all the way up until 2021. He started in the league in 2017. Now, the thing that I really want to take into factor is that what happened was once he got with the Las Vegas Raiders last year, he was able to accomplish 690 yards. So dang near almost 700 yards. That was only on 57 receptions and 94 targets. He did play in every game. So he had a total of the 17 games played. His average was 12.1 yards per reception. Now, in 2022, he also did have 4 touchdowns. His longest was a 60-yarder. No fumbles. He's only had 1 fumble in his career in the NFL. And, I mean, if you think about it, this is a piece that we can utilize our market cap and the space cap that we have when it comes to free agency. And, I mean, it's tremendous. So we can sign him for a very, very reasonable signing. I mean, maybe give you like a 2-3 year option. And in order for you to prove to us, kind of like a Chase Claypool, but in order for us to prove to us that you're going to be valuable for our team. Now, I just believe that he's going to be very, very valuable in our scheme just because of the fact that he is well known for his blocking capabilities. He's a very good, very dominant. I mean, like I said, he's 6'4", 221. So you're very athletic, but you're also big. You're a big man. And if you can play the tight end position while we rest Cole Kmet and things of that nature, I mean, you're contributing major to the organization. Also, you can play special teams. So you're very valuable on the special teams as well. So, I mean, I think this is just a no-brainer when it comes to the Chicago Bears. It seems like Mack Hollins he's not opposed at all to coming here. So let's run this. Let's do this. Let's make it happen. Now, what I'm going to do from here is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to show you, first off, the highlights and the abilities of what this man can do. And so I'm going to make this into a 2-segment part. This is going to be first you hearing me and explaining why Mack Hollins is going to be a Chicago Bear in 2023. He's going to represent us. I already see that happening. This is why. So I'm going to mixture in a few different things. I'm going to mixture in his personality plus his highlights so you can understand fully what we're getting from this free agency pickup. And I believe that this would be a steal of a lifetime because I think his value is very low at this moment. But the ability, the talent that he possesses that would be influential in what we're doing, I think he would just match up scheme-wise. I think he would match up perfectly with the Chicago Bears, and we can utilize him to be the best of his ability. So check that out. I love you all. Be great, everybody. Be real. Be you. And bear down. Till next time.
Carr rolling right. He throws. It's Hollins. And the Raiders move the chains. 10th play of the drive. 2nd and 5. Carr to the outside. It's Hollins. Carr on 1st down. Fires. Looking for Hollins. He makes the catch. And still going. Down the sideline. Finally forced out of bounds. Carr on 4th down, steps up and fires, and it is Hollins. Mack Hollins at the Titans' 25-yard line makes the catch. Derek Carr, far corner in the end zone. Mack Hollins.
A.J. Cole to punt. Of course, Russ was great in that 4th quarter in Denver over the Niners on Sunday. Washington back there, lets it bouncing back and out. Let's see, did they save it? Yes, they do. Boy, that was something else. That was beautiful.
He said, listen, special teams is what I love. This is how I got noticed. This is how I made the team.
60-yard punt, saved right there, and eventually grabbed by Matthias Farley, 41, off the practice squad.
Welcome back on the snap of the ball on 2nd and 7. Carr with time, going for the end zone. It is caught by Mack Hollins for the touchdown. For a little flea flicker. Carr now throwing, and wide open is Mack Hollins. Hollins down the sideline for the touchdown.
2nd down and 10 now from the 25-yard line. And on the end around, here comes Mack Hollins. Big gainer there, gain of 17 yards. 2nd and 7. Carr stepping up, throws again.